What up, YouTube? Jesse here with Just Man Sports Cards. Thank you for joining me. We're going to go over some the submission that I've built for the $18 level. Max declared level is $199. From what I've seen in the past is, as long as you don't about double that, they won't upcharge you. And you have to do 20 cards per submission, and it needs to be sorted by 1995 and before, and then 1996 and after. Pete Maravich, this is his second year card. I think it's a little underrated because it's his first standard size card. 7 does like 157. This has got a chance easily at a 7, and then maybe an 8. Let's do this so I keep them in order. There's some fuzz on these. I got these out of these cases. I tried to buy them raw, but you just don't get good copies. And even in these, you don't always get a good copy. It's like a sealed jewel case. I'm going to give a couple of these a shot. They're not really many on eBay or anything like that, so I figured at 4 of them. It's a cool Muhammad Ali card. Stadium Club Beam Team, and this is the 93. So the 92 is Shaq's, and then the members only, you can tell because it's written on the beam here. And these aren't like the strongest copies. You can see a decent amount of chipping on the back. So hopefully they're 8s. 8s are a strong price. 7s are pretty good too, but I paid a decent amount for these. Members only stuff is catching on. People are figuring out how rare it is. I've been talking about it on my channel for a long time. I just kind of view it as the Tiffany set, which would be the equivalent in baseball. This more chipping on the back. So I don't know how strict they're going to be on that. I don't see them getting 9s. And then there's been a host of people that watch my channel that have been waiting for me to submit these. It's the David Robinson promo card. If you watch, it came attached to a Grant Hill card, and it was like what they sent out to the dealers and stuff to see what the cards would look like. These are non-numbered, and then you have to tear them off the cards, so they're perforated. Finding decent gradable copies of these is pretty tough because they're still intact, so it's hard for people to keep those in good condition. But I think we got a number of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So hopefully I got a 10 out of 15. I looked it up. Only 4 of these have been graded by PSA. So this is going to 4x, 5x pop report. Some people are going to love me and some people are going to hate me. Natural Born Thrillers, Garnett's rookie card. Probably his most iconic rookie card. Maybe not iconic, but most sought after. And then decently readily available. These in a 10 do over 1,000, sometimes around 2,000. 8s are about 150, and then the 9s are $300-400. So a decently clean copy. It's centered. So hopefully we got a decent shot there. Platinum. These are catching on. 7s of these are like 150. 8s are 300. The 9s you rarely see pop up. Corner is so-so, but Meltdown, you got to watch for top to bottom centering on these. Left to right's typically always good, but sometimes the Chicago Bulls is almost touching the bottom, and then you know it's off centered there. It's a little chipping on the front, and the back of these is where it's always. So what I've seen, this looks about like an 8. An 8 would be like, I think they're about 250. So I shouldn't get upcharged for that. 95 Beam Team members only. It's got to have this stamp. This is all die cut, so you can see through it. Paused it there real quick. The back of these, there's always chipping. You're not going to see many of these, and they're typically really expensive. All the members only stuff of Jordan, I've been watching it, and it's getting banned, or buy it now is like right when it gets posted. A lot of the stuff is if it's a reasonable price, and I'm watching a lot of stuff, so like in under 24 hours it's getting banned. There's 59 graded copies, so rare stuff. 95 warp speed. You just got to watch the surface a little bit on the front, and the back is typically where you see the most chipping. Soft corner. So this is their 7 or 8. Two of them. This is, I think, a little cleaner copy. Yeah, that's probably an 8. 9s, you really don't see any chipping except here on the bottom, and it's pretty clean, but you'll still see a little. And then members only, warp speed, there's only 28 of these graded. It's got to have this, and then the same, but I've seen 6s of these go for over 300. High riser, let's see here. These, you gotta watch surface, yeah. The most common blemish is right there, and this one has it. Sometimes they catch it, sometimes they don't, from what I've seen graded. And then the backs, typically a lot of chipping. These backs are pretty clean. So we'll see. Shaq. And then this is members only. It's got to say it on the back like this. So these are a little harder to catch, but there's only 3 of these graded. And then sometimes where the embossing is, you'll see a little chipping, but white thing. So that one's got a chipping on the card right there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there's, how many of these? 61 of these graded. And I'm spinning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So about 10% of the pop, or what will be the pop, is in my hand. I've typically been buying most of them that pop up. I haven't missed a whole lot, but they're pricey raw. This is the finest high series. So series 2 is more rare and finest for the rookies. A lot more rare. That's where you'll find Kobe's gold, Iverson's gold. I think they call this a silver. And they'll typically say uncommon. This is the refractor. It came with the peel. They're almost always off center on the back. But this one, they're off center a lot on the front too. But this one looks pretty nice. And I looked up. This is like, with and without coating, it's like a pop 50. So I forget how many cards that is, but I'm easily over the 20 here. The bugger I've had is with 96 and newer. So I'm trying to see if I can show how. These are like the stained glass, but you can see through them. I should have picked up more of these. In my PSA reveals, you've seen where I bought one in his reds. His reds cards do not sell. I would not buy them. It's kind of like Iverson. His Denver Nuggets stuff doesn't really sell. If it's not Sixers, Iverson doesn't sell. And then Griffey, if it's not Mariners, it's a big dock. So these were called Gallery of Heroes. These are, yeah, it says it right there, before the stained glass. It's the OG stained glass. So if these get 10s, I'll probably get upcharged, but I'll be okay with that. Hardcourt Heroics. I have quite a few copies of these, but the backs were a lot worse than I thought. So I just picked out the one that I thought had the best shot. 8s are like 100, and the 9s have been doing 150. So the 9s have probably been a little underpriced. This is the members only. And I did not look up how many. There's not many of these out there. It's a little hard to see the members only there. Co-signers, Akeem and Tim Hardaway. The last 2 raw copies of this were pretty cheap. A lot cheaper than what I paid for this one. I kind of looked at the listings and the cards didn't look too bad, so good on whoever picked those up. These were like 1 in 188 packs or something crazy like that. And then the set is pretty big. I mean, this is 10, but I think it goes way higher than that. So Dirk, class of 98. You don't see these often, raw or graded. Numbered out of 500. Flair, this is, yeah, it came out of Flair. Dope cards. It's kind of like the scope look. Jordan, this is the Skyonix. Came out of UD Ionix 98, 1 in 72 packs. These have caught on over the last year. So 1 in 72 packs, and it's like a 20 card set. So Jordan odds are crazy. I got lucky and I went back and forth with this guy like an hour within listing of it. Like, this is probably a year and a half ago or something. It's the refractor version. Even an 8 on this is probably worth more than $199, but these will green a little bit because this is 96, 97 chrome. Yeah, chrome tends to green both those years, but this one's non-greening. Maddux, You don't see me. I did baseball for a little bit, but then it's just so hard trying to. You kind of lose your focus. But the crazy thing about these, they're numbered on 99, unlike the basketball ones. Chipping and stuff, but whatever this comes back at, it will be just fine. Kelce, I really like this one. Out of 199, 2013 is rookie card, and then it's a sticker auto, but his stuff has gone up quite a bit over the last year. It's down a little bit right now, right before the season. This is the red. So this is green is the base, and then there's a red and a blue. I forget which one's more rare, the red or the blue, but red's color match on this one, so it goes for a little more. So it's like $50 raw. I tried to get the guy to budge. I got it like right when he listed it, but he was firm on the 50. Chrome, you gotta watch these for centering, left to right. The whole set. This is 2008. This is the Refractor out of 288. There's like a Refractor that's not numbered, an orange, which is I forget to what. And I think there's one other color. To me, this is the coolest one. I picked up this one at a reasonable price, and then after I picked up this one, the prices have blown up. I opened some Topps Fire. I think this is 2014. I really like the way those football cards look, and this is kind of the box hit. It's the Ring of Fires. Brady. So this is like 1 in 10 boxes because they're like 10 cards or something like that. Brady's stuff is hot. I mean, it's cooled down from the peaks, but this is a recent pickup. I started PC Iverson a little more than some other players. It's got etching. This is the court side, which is more rare, and then the prism. So it's numbered to 49, 2017. Before 12, 13, select is crazy low. And then 14, 15, 16, 17 are reasonable print runs, but then after that Griffey Refractor. Mariners, we were talking about that. Oh, I was like, what is that? And it's the catcher's glove that I don't know why they left that in there. They photoshopped his arm out, but they didn't photoshop the glove out. No etching, so those back pages would probably be a little peeved about a 199. It's got all his stats, which is cool. Bourque. This is the retro series, so it's 2012. It's not like an OG one. PMG. And these are numbered to 100. I know hockey from these days because I watched hockey in high school and college. I was a big Blues fan and even played hockey video games and stuff like that. This is Griffey High Tech. High Tech's a little different to understand because like the patterns in the background determine the rarity. I've been looking at some Star Wars cards, High Tech. If you're into Star Wars, they're pretty cool cards. And then this one's out of 75. So I have to look up what this one's called. I think they're typically called like diffractors. Kind of got like a cracked ice look. Juju. If these 10s, they're probably worth more than 200. If not, I don't know what they're worth, but 2017 rookie card. He's going to the Chiefs. I don't know how long he's going to play for the Chiefs, so I haven't bought a lot of his stuff, but I'm a Chiefs fan, so that's why I picked these up. Non-numbered Prism, but it's the Contenders auto. And the Origins. So if his stuff gets like super hot, they make the playoffs. Please. But then if they go deep, I should have these back in time and maybe if he's had a really hot season. If not, he's had a good career at this point, but his last 2 years haven't been great, so he kind of needs to pick it up a little. I'm at 19 cards there. I spent like 6 hours organizing my whole collection, everything today. So I'm probably going to send in these 3 too. Matt Ryan, he's going to the Colts. His stats are crazy. He's got 55,000 yards. Lifetime throwing. So he really just needs another good season to be in the Hall. He's made it to one Super Bowl, then choked against Brady. And then I don't know if I can send this because it's kind of like I don't know if they consider this an oversized. But this is a 1 of 1. So I have some other Matt Ryan stuff that I picked up last year, and then I was a little hesitant, and then when he got moved to the Colts, I doubled down with kind of more rare stuff than his rookie stuff with autos, cool patch, printing plate. So I have to at least send one card. This was like $90, the sticker auto, and this was like 92. So I mean, after grading, I would think that they would be worth about like $199, as long as there's not something super wrong. And then $30 level. I'm not gonna make a separate video. Quick Strike. It's typically always got like these dots. It's hard to. There we go. That's very typical. And then the 8s even have like typically a print line here. So believe it or not, that's kind of what a 9 looks like. And then there's some up here. These are 1 in 92 backs. These have kind of ebbed and flowed, but they're not cheap. Clean back. This is gonna be like $30 level. I probably overpaid a little bit for this raw. It's the 2002 Beam Team 500, but I mean for a long-term hold, I'm not too worried. And then this, it's got the piece of plastic in there just to keep it from jostling around. That's on the case, it's not on the card. This is Panini Lux. Maybe I could just... This is the only auto I have of his, but I wanted something nice. There's super thick cards. It's like a metal. I like that it was white. I just think it's very artistic. So those 3 cards I'm probably going to send at $30. That's all I got. I've been trying to do... show some of the cards here. I've been trying to do... What are those called? The screenshots at the very beginning. My girlfriend's been helping me with those to try to help grow the channel. And I've been trying to do end slides too, but you got to upload the video at a certain aspect ratio, which I just learned these last couple of weeks. So trying to produce better content. I pulled back the video, the camera a little bit on these so everyone can see a little more. Typically I'm very close up to the cards if you watch my videos, but this allows for both. So I think I kind of like this one a little better. If you like what I'm doing, feel free to like and subscribe. Comment down below maybe what you would have or would not have sent in these orders. You can kind of see where my mind's at. I have plenty of other raw, but I don't think it's worth risking at 18 and kind of where the market's at. Hope everyone's having a great weekend, and catch you later.